Great, great. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Future Forward African Professionals webinar. I'm so glad to have everyone here. I'm glad to have everyone join us tonight for this insightful session on future proofing your career, becoming an indispensable professional. My name is Isioma Aigbovo Victor, and I'll be your host for today's session. It's truly
Welcome
a
to this future.
yeah, it's truly a pleasure to have you here. So today we'll be speaking with a remarkable guest who has made significant strides in her career. She's someone that her experience and insights will definitely, most certainly inspire us all. So please join me as I welcome our guest speaker, Aderonke Shobola. Aderonke, you're welcome. It's a huge honor to have you with us today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Isioma. Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be back here again.
Yes, yes. Thank you for your patience as well. So Aderonke is a seasoned data strategist with over 13 years of experience in fintech, um, leading transformating business intelligence and analytic projects at eTransact International PLC. She has an MSIT, that's a Master's in Information Technology, from the prestigious American Intercontinental University. She's also a career development coach, mentoring professionals to achieve excellence, and an active leader in faith based initiatives. Aderonke combines her expertise in analytics, leadership, and personal development to guide professionals towards resilience, adaptability, and impact. All right. Aderonke, I'll just dive straight into our conversation for today,
Mm,
and I'll start with our first question for today. So, being a data professional yourself,
mm,
and in what ways can data literacy? In what
mm.
ways would you say that data literacy can assist professionals, in remaining relevant and indispensable in their fields?
Thank you, Isioma. And you really touched major, um, a major point. Should I say a major point that is of concern to me, honestly, because data literacy it's a subject that um, I get involved with every day on the job, and that's because as a data strategist, stroke analyst, I engage with other professionals in the fintech workspace because they are my customers, right? I have to provide them with data for them to succeed in their business, right? But one thing I've come to realize is being a data strategist or an analyst, and if you are working with people that cannot interpret your data, cannot make decisions from the data you've given, you've actually failed as an analyst or a strategist because your outputs, right, isn't being utilized as you would love to. Now, this is where data literacy comes in, right? It's one thing for me to be a professional in data. It's another thing for every other professional I'm working with to be literate. Okay, so now let's think of data literacy like having a map on a road trip. Okay, if you can read the map or use the GPS like Google Map, like we all have now, you know where to turn, you know where to avoid traffic, you know where the traffic jam is. Okay. Now, in the workplace, data literacy is similar.
Yeah.
It will allow you to understand the trends. Um, it will predict outcomes, and it will help you make decisions. Now, if I share the data with you, my slides, my dashboards, the report, and you cannot interpret it. It's more like you have the Google map and you cannot read the map. So you need to be literate. Okay. So for
Yeah.
example, let's say you're
Mm.
in marketing and you're looking at data that can show you which campaigns actually can convert customers. So instead of just relying on your guts, what feels right as a marketer, right? Instead of just relying on what feels right, data can reveal um, the markets to you. It can reveal where you can put in your efforts into your campaigns, so to speak, or in finance. Data can reveal spending patterns that might save your company thousands, even in HRs. So there's this thing that is now really common now, HR analytics. There's a lady that I currently mentor and coach. She's trying to pivot into analytics, but she's currently in HR. So we're trying to look at how she can do HR in analytics. So you see, a lot of people are now trying to, include analytics in their workplace. Now, what's my point? The point is, as companies become more data driven, professionals who can interpret and act on data don't just stay relevant, right? They actually become indispensable. People start looking to you for insights, for guidance, for strategy, and that is that is one sure way for you to secure your place in your career and in your workplace, because data, they say, is the new oil. So, would you rather be part of the old, or would you join the band of people that are more literate data wise? Okay, so I will tell you, it will help you become much more relevant in your
Yeah.
workplace. Yeah, thank you.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. That provides so much clarity, and I like the fact that you highlighted some key things regarding data literacy. Um, are you still there? I didn't care.
Yes, I'm here. I don't know if you can see me.
Okay, okay. I think you're here, but then it's just your video that is currently not on. Hello? Hello,
Hi,
Aderonke, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, huge relief. I can hear you.
Okay,
I kind of
fantastic.
lost you. Yeah, welcome back. I want to clarify. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
I can see you and I can hear you. Not sure why
Oh,
I
great.
my video isn't on though.
Okay, okay.
But can you see me?
Um, I can no. I can only see, your
Mm.
name. Your video isn't on.
Mm. So it's on at this
Mm,
end. That's why I said I'm not sure why. Um,
okay,
Trying to figure
okay,
that out.
okay. Okay. It's fine. Once again, apologies for the break. The brief break, and
Yeah. So I'm
yes.
trying to join on
So I
another
just.
device just to be sure that it's not my laptop
Oh,
that's
okay,
going. Yes. Mm.
okay.
Is this any better? Okay, so I think I need to give him. Sorry. Much better, right?
Yes, better
Yeah.
now. I can see you.
Yeah, fantastic. So I don't know. I think it was
Yeah,
my
I can
laptop.
see you now, Adirinke.
Yeah, my apologies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right
That-
then. That's fine. That's
But
fine.
did you
And I
hear
was
my
saying thank you for the
response
insights.
to the first
Did,
question? Did you
did
hear
I
my
what?
response? Did you hear my
Yes,
response?
definitely. I heard your.
Okay,
Yes, yes. I got your
fantastic.
response, and that would lead me to my second question for tonight.
Okay.
You had talked about data literacy in the first question, so I wanted
Mm-hmm.
to ask could you provide some strategies for overcoming career stagnation or uncertainties that come up.
Okay, so there's always this point where everybody hits like a plateau, right? You've probably been working 10 years, right, as a professional, and you're wondering, what else? What am I really good at? What is next for me? You feel like you're you're doing the same things, like it's like a cycle. Like you're doing repetitive tasks, you feel stagnant, and you're like, oh my goodness, what is next for me,
Over and
right?
over again, yeah.
Exactly. So, exactly. So, what I would say is, I'm sure you started this journey for a reason. So, why don't you go back to your goals? I set a goal for myself every 3 years, and I keep revising it and keep checking to be sure, okay, did I achieve what I planned out for the year? And if it's already time for if the 3 years are already complete, what is next? Okay. So, I would suggest you also set a goal for yourself and then invest in learning. Oh my God. Like this digital age that we're at right now, in the next 2, 3 months, something has changed. Like if you're not up to speed on your in your what is this called now? In your space. If you're not up to date, you just see that everybody's leaving you behind. And then you wonder why, you know what they say now, Gen Zs are taking most of the lead now, and
Yeah.
it's not just because they're younger. It's just because they're actually more open to learning. they have this, they're fast, right? So if we just rest on our oars and just feel, oh, okay, 10 years ago I was this, I was that, and then you just sit on it, you will feel frustrated. So I'll say, keep learning, invest in learning, invest in networking. You see, it's people that open doors for people, right? So if you're just in your little corner, you're not networking, you're not in any professional group, I would suggest you start doing that, because those are one of the things that
Mm.
open doors. Those are one of the things that open doors. Like for me, for example, I belong to the data management society, certified data management professionals.
Okay.
And aside from that, in Nigeria, I'm also a part of some, other groups that I know that when I go for their sessions, their meetings, I meet people, we interact, and I get new opportunities. If you
Mm-hmm.
understand, so invest in learning, invest in networking, just create time out for it. I know it's not easy, especially if you're living in Lagos. It's not easy. But you have to actually make out time.
Yeah.
Yes, you need to make out time for that. And then read. You need to read books. You need to read books. You need to listen to podcasts. And then you also have to, participate in LinkedIn learnings like this, live sessions, live streaming. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's
Yeah.
just so much opportunity, yeah, for that. So those are my thoughts on that.
Wow. Mm. Okay. I appreciate the fact that you laid out actionable, points that are very practical.
Yeah.
I'm sure that for anyone listening, they've picked, one or two. Especially, I particularly liked your goal setting plans. That's very commendable. So I would
Yeah.
ask, what are some common career mistakes that professionals typically make, and how can these be
Mm,
avoided?
mm. All right, thank you so much. And I think following up from my last response from the last question, one mistake most professionals make is
Okay.
they don't update themselves. So, for example, I'm a data analyst, and there are some certifications that ideally, as a data analyst or a data strategist, I should have, right? If I don't update all of that and don't get myself up to speed, I would see that, I'm not. I'll get rusty. Yeah, that's the word. I will get rusty. So
True.
I need to um uh keep my myself updated. Uh, that's one of the mistake I believe professionals make, because they feel, oh, I have 100 years of experience. So what's the point? What's the point in learning
Yeah.
today? And then the second thing I think is neglecting network. So I think most people think there's much ado about networking, but I was actually part of that train, to be honest. I was like, I beg, which one is this group? What are we? What is the society meant to do for me? But when I joined, I then realized
Yeah.
actually what this would actually, the doors it will open. Honestly, neglecting network. I don't think anyone should do that. And then another thing is that some people underplay their achievements, and I'll explain.
Mm.
On LinkedIn, there's a place for you to actually write your profile and everything you've done and all of that. But I see
Yeah. True.
so many brilliant people, even in my workplace, and I just look at their profile and I don't see all of those things that I see on a daily basis. And I'm like, why? Why are you not, well, should I say, tooting your horn, so to speak? Because if you don't, who will? Like, seriously, don't
Exactly.
underplay things, the
Mm.
achievement. It's something that you achieve, right? And honestly, I don't think
Mm.
uh, we should underplay it. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on that. Thank you.
Mm. Do not underplay your achievements. That's superb.
Don't.
Yeah. You
But if you
earn them, you achieve them. They are yours. Own them.
have, when I see people posting things on LinkedIn, and then you will see some side comments about, this thing is bragging. It's not bragging. I mean, it took you time, it
Mm,
took you effort to get these things done, and then I share it. I don't see it as bragging. And besides, it's my
mm.
if I don't share it, how would people out there know that I'm actually making efforts? Like I
True.
would be doing
True.
great disservice if I walk because, oh, I don't want people to say that I'm being, come on now, guys. No, no.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I get it. That's so helpful, and you've really nailed some truths there. Thanks for sharing that, Adironke. So I'll ask this next question. How do values, such as faith, when I was reading your bio, particularly the mention of your faith there, and that's something very unique. Not everyone want to put it out there. So, how do values such as faith and integrity contribute to, long-term career sustainability?
There's this thing that means that if you don't have God, you have to have something. If you don't have God,
Yeah,
honestly, you need to.
true.
There's more thing you are actually depending on. And for me, as a Jesus girl, right, I'm kind of it.
Mm,
And
mm,
to be honest, that helps my integrity when it comes to working professionally, right? I don't know how others do it, but think of faith and integrity like your guide through your career trip, right? Because
yeah.
if there's nothing like a guardrail, so to speak. If there's
Mm,
nothing guarding you, if there's nothing you're looking to, like for example, there are no rules and regulations to you. You're just a freemason, so to speak. You're just
okay.
right. How do you how do you then put um how do you have boundaries, right? You need to
Mm,
have boundaries. You need to have something that guides your life. And also, I like to tag myself as a priest in the marketplace. And when I see people and I see that the way you're going is not, I try and sit them down. Like, if you're not someone that has faith, it will actually
mm-hmm.
affect your integrity as well. I would doubt your integrity because it shows.
Yeah,
Integrity makes people trust, right?
true.
You
Yeah,
but yeah. So, for example, if your colleague or clients know that you always deliver on time, they won't come back to you, right? They'll
yeah.
always come. And faith, whether it's for me, it's spiritual. And there was also a book I read, and it was actually written by an atheist, right? But believe in the universe, all of that part.
Mm.
But I said in the beginning, if you don't have God, you have to have, right? So
Yeah,
yeah,
true.
yeah. So this book I read, it was what's the title again? Excuse me, your life is waiting. And
Mm.
the lady went on saying, you have to conserve your energy, and make sure that your energy shines through the right path. And honestly, to be honest, there were so that really aligned with what I see in the Bible, to be honest.
Mm.
So yeah, you need to, even the atheists know that you need to
Yeah.
channel your energy, and you have to just focus so that you can get the job done. Then integrity makes people trust you. You need to also, so those things sustain your credibility on the long term. Like, you see people's bio, they've been working somewhere for 30 years. How? As in how? Sit down with them, study their life, you will see that they had integrity, they had
Yeah.
faith, they had faith
That's
God or
true.
faith, honestly.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Mm.
Thank you
Yeah.
for such insightful response. I've even penned down the book. Excuse me, your life is waiting. I'm definitely
Yes.
going to look for it.
Yeah.
So it's true what you say. Integrity is the guardrail for that is faith. Actually, if you do not have something anchoring that's all about you, there should be a framework. I buy into what you say, and very true.
Mm.
Thank you so much for sharing, especially your personal experience. So, having pursued your studies at AIU, um, how did the master's program, influence your career progression? I know that there are people on the call that would, are really waiting for this kind of question. I want to go in for a master's, but I want to know how it's going to, help me. So, how did the master's program with AIU influence your career progression, and what advice would you offer to, professionals contemplating an online American degree today? Yeah.
Okay, so for me, my master's degree actually helped me see the bigger picture. Before now, I was a professional. I already had over 10 years experience, but I didn't have a master's. I didn't have that, that wide view of, where what my next steps were going to be. But when I started the master's and I started engaging with like-minded people and even people that had gone through my path, I didn't realize that, oh, it's not just about my days, right? What am I supposed to deliver today?
Mm,
Okay, what doing tomorrow is actually about the bigger picture. Like I could see the whole chessboard, right?
mm,
And it actually helped me strategize better, if I can say. Um, it also gave me the confidence that I needed, right? So there are times when you're in a session, like, oh, introduce yourself, and I'm like, okay, although I had the domain knowledge, so to speak. But you see,
yeah.
younger people, way younger than yourself, right? And they, oh, I don't, I have a master's degree, I
Mm,
have a PhD, and I'll be like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So actually, give me that confidence to actually, okay, now I can introduce
mm,
myself.
yeah.
Now I
Yes. Yes.
you know. But I've heard people say that masters really doesn't matter. If you've been working for a long time, experience is what matters. But honestly, having been in both shoes, I think I'm actually
Mm,
qualified to speak on that. Okay, yes, it's good to have the experience, and I believe the time that I did my masters also helped the master's degree actually easy for me, because most of the things that were being taught were things that I actually walk the path. Like I have actually
okay.
experienced the job, but it actually
Mm,
also
mm,
gave me the right to say that I can hold this position. If I understand what I'm trying to say, like it gave me
yeah.
that confidence. Okay, uh, this is not just head knowledge or domain knowledge or experience. I actually went to school for this.
Mm,
Like I paid
yes.
some way. But all right.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it actually really influenced my career in a very positive way, I must say, and I'm happy I did. I'm happy I came across Destiny Education, and I'm
Mm.
happy I was able to get the 90% off course. Honestly, if not for that grant, I don't know. I don't know if I would ever. I don't know if I'm telling you. And for
I
anybody that wants to
understand.
take an online master's degree, this is going to be my advice to you. Take it seriously. It's very easy for you to
Mm,
drop off. Nobody is going to monitor you. Nobody is going to. Your assignments are due on Tuesday. Your classes are start on Wednesday. Nobody's going to monitor you, and it's possible for you to
right.
just. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Set your time. Set your alarm. Treat it like as if you are in class. That was actually one
Mm,
thing that, right? I treated it like, oh, I have a class today. And I'll get up like, oh, I have a class at 8 a.m. You understand? So yeah, there's some times that, okay, because of work, I couldn't real time, but I had that intentional um thinking in my mind like, okay, I have a class, I need to take it serious. So take it serious. That would be
Mm.
my advice to you, and stay disciplined through the course. Yeah.
Yeah. So from what you say, it's obvious that even on the online masters program, it also it brings out something in you, and one of which is discipline, and
Yes.
which also can transfer to the workspace. That's beautiful. For the last question for today, I would ask, what are three actionable steps that any
Mm,
professional can implement immediately to future proof their careers, over the next, let's say,
mm.
2 to 5 years? Mm.
Keep learning. Keep learning.
Mm.
No
Okay.
knowledge is. I learn every day. I learn from my subordinates. I learn from mentors. I learn from my managers. Or you know, every small thing counts. If there's a new tool you're not familiar with, don't be too proud to ask. Don't be too laid back. Learn the tool. You don't know when you
Mm.
might not be the one to be hands on. This is speaking to managers now. You might not be the one doing the actual job,
Okay.
but it's actually good for you to have an idea of how this thing works, so that your subordinates don't feel, oh, we're the one doing all the work, you can't even navigate this. At least have an idea of what this thing is about. And who knows, there might be a time that you might
Mm.
actually be in their need of the tool, and nobody is there to help you. So if there's a new tool,
Mm.
there's a new application in your sphere, I think you should take it up and learn it. Number two, I would say,
Mm.
during your entire course of your career, build relationship. Don't burn bridges. If you're going to resign from a company, do it amicably. You don't I'm going back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired. Don't burn bridges. Build relationships. You will never can know. Honestly, there's some relationships that I've kept for like 16, 17 years while I was in NYSC in Medjugorje. Till now, I still have
Wow.
those contacts,
Wow.
my bosses, their wives. I see how
That's a pretty long time.
a very long time in Medjugorje, and some of them are now even in Lagos. They invite me over. Build this relationship. Build these relationships. It will come in handy one of these days. And they say people are like water. We would meet again one way or the other. Okay. And then lastly, I would say
Mm. Mm.
stay adaptable. Be willing to embrace change. Be willing to embrace change. These are changes. I mean, the way they used to do it back then is different from the way Gen Z would do it now. So if it's the way
Mm.
AI has come to stay, whether you like it or not. It has come to stay.
Exactly.
Learn it. You need to adapt to it, and you need to make your team, your structure, your job to align to the new normal. So you need to be able to adapt
Mm.
to these changes around you. So those are my three advice to any professional right now. Yeah.
Wow. That's a fantastic note to end with, Aderonke. And you have actually given us a lot to think about, and more importantly, a lot to act on.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that for as many that on this session and are going to still come and watch this rewatch this session, they would have actionable steps here and value to take home from it.
Mm.
Thank you so much, Adironke. You are such a warm personality. I love your personality. You're warm, cheerful. uh, so yeah, thank you for such an engaging and insightful session. Thank you for taking out your time to be here with us. We It means a lot to us, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you. It's your man entire.
To everyone who, yeah, okay, yeah, thank you,
Yeah.
Adirunke. Okay, so for everyone who has joined us today, who has made our time to be here on this session, and I want to say we truly appreciate you. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your participation, and we actually hope that you're leaving this session inspired. Not just inspired, but equipped to take, the next steps in your professional journey. So, once again, thank you to you, our wonderful speaker, Adirunke, and to all our attendees. Until next time, Adirunke, it was so pleasant, having this session with you. Yeah, bye.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Bye. Yeah.